roster over at 9news.com to talk about this. And as I said yesterday, we're kind of having some fun with Mike. He wrote that he had 57 players. You obviously have to cut down and get to 53, but he's wrote in the past, leading up to the last couple of years, I can only come up with 48 or 49 players that should be on the Broncos 53-man roster. So that's where Mike's at ahead of this. Sean talked about the depth yesterday, and we'll get into that a little bit later on. He's got 25 players staying on the defensive side. You obviously have to make the room for the 3 defensive players, so sounds like this is a pretty healthy split here of 25, 25, 3. Quarterback room, I'm sorry, Sammy, but he's out. Sam Ehlinger not making the squad, according to one Mike Kliss, and I would say that is the right play, Cecil. You don't need 3 quarterbacks when the roster is as deep as this one is.
Yeah, and that's the thing with the developmental, and Sean Payton's a guru, and he's a whiz, and he could just do quarterback rehab. Yeah, I mean, what's there at the end? Zach Wilson was interesting as a third quarterback. Yeah. I don't think Sam Ehlinger is interesting as a third quarterback.
I don't think he's interesting at all.
Not at all whatsoever. So, why? I'm not going to say waste your time or waste the space, but yeah, that's kind of what it is. It's a business, everybody. It's cold and it's brutal, and I understand these are people, and he's a guy. Mm-hmm. He's got a family. I know. Yeah, and the NFL doesn't care.
As a guy that still watches condensed version of Colts games, they weren't fast enough when Sam was playing. He's awful. He's not NFL level.
You have an experience of people saying, maybe there's something there. There's nothing there.
I promise you there's nothing there.
Yeah, I promise you as well. So no 3 QBs. I'm good with that.
Running backs, the 4. That's the number we've all been talking about, and it's the names that we expect. Dobbins, Harvey, Bidet, McLaughlin. I'm fully going to have to owe you a coffee. I've accepted it at this point.
Yeah, that coffee's going to taste sweet. Although, did you hear Mark Schlereth this morning? When they weren't making fun of CB, Schlereth said, hey, I think they could feature McLaughlin for a trade.
In this game tomorrow?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought they were going to feature a running back, but his name wasn't Jaleel McLaughlin.
Now, he was in his empty apartment in New York. He sounded like he was in the halls of a mentee or something.
You know what he sounded like? You ever interviewed a bad NBA player that's high? They just don't care. Not that Mark was high. You're just I'm like, are you standing the opposite end of your room with the phone over there?
Right. What's going on? Yeah. Why are you on speakerphone? But yeah, Stink said that, and it
Stink's not saying stuff just to say stuff either.
No, and we know all the connections that Stink has in this league and on that team. So I'm like, okay, is that something? Is it nothing? Is it Stink just throwing something out there about McLaughlin? Or is it, wow, maybe they could, because then I might owe you a coffee if Jaleel McLaughlin is actually the player that's traded away.
Well, what do we do if he gets traded? Is it a wash?
He didn't make the team.
Okay.
That means he's got to be a Bronco.
Okay.
Come cut down day, he's got to be a Bronco, 53-man roster, not practice squad.
All right, deal.
And that's our coffee bet.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think there's something to watch there. Just because of what Stink said, I don't think it happens. I've said it for months. He's making this team. But Stink just said today they might showcase him for a trade, so I don't know.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Because I literally, we're going to talk about that, who they showcased. It's
weird.
And Jaleel was not at the top. Well, he wasn't even on my list.
The cop talk's weird. It's weird.
I like that from Mark. Mostly because I want free coffee from you. A fullback, they're going to keep one, according to Mike. It's Adam Prentice, then / waiver claim, because Burton's not going to be ready for week 1.
No, with the hamstring injury, they can throw him on IR. The 2 IR spots that will be designated to return are probably Drew Sanders and then Michael Burton.
Okay.
Your favorite.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then Mike does have it. Injured reserve, 4 games, Michael Burton.
Yep.
Receivers. Now, he has 5. This was before what Sean said yesterday. I'd wonder if Mike wanted a chance to edit this a little bit. It's the names we know: Sutton, Mims, Franklin, Bryant, Sherfield. And this is where we got back and forth with Mike's opinion a bit yesterday. He says deserves a spot is Michael Bandy. And he's a good dude. He's worked his ass off, I'm sure. But it's just never going to happen for Michael Bandy.
Yeah, and I think it's been, 4 years?
Mm-hmm.
And he's always been cut, and nobody really picks him up. So, it's such a tough conversation because Michael Bandy is good enough to play in the NFL, and he's never going to play in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
And that sucks.
And he's actually, we always say the size. It's a great story.
Yeah.
That little dude worked his butt off so hard that he's now on the verge of becoming an NFL player. And it's like, I've felt this way in my life. I still do from time to time. We have a radio show, and you're like, well, yeah, I still want way more, and this is cool or whatever, but I want way more. And then those other people are like, I'd love a radio show at 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on the Fan. Michael Bandy lives in that same world. There's guys that that are playing the XFL that would love to be Michael Bandy.
Yeah.
And Michael Bandy lives his whole life going, I'm not good enough to be in the NFL. This freaking sucks, dude.
I dream about stuff too. It's mostly money. Recently I've done some financial planning where I can retire at 97 and live comfortably for 11 minutes.
All right, well, I hope I get to hang out with you for those 11 minutes.
Pretty good 11 minutes.
I might be in that same boat with you. So if we double up, we got 22 minutes of fun before God calls our number.
Exactly.
Why do I feel like those 11 minutes will be at the Senior Bowl?
I thought you were going to say Platinum 84.
Well, or that.
They'll have the Senior Bowl on TV for Cecil.
Oh, okay, there you go.
What would you rather have, that or the Senior Bowl?
Oh, wow. Don't put me in that tough spot.
It's the things he loves the most.
I know.
Tight end Cecil, 4 will be kept. One name kind of surprises me. I don't know if it'll surprise you or not. Evan Ingram, Adam Troutman, Nate Atkins, who we know they love, and Lucas Kroll. Mike Kliss has Lucas Kroll on this 53-man roster since Caleb Lohner and Caden Prescorn to the practice squad.
Yeah.
You think 4 make it?
Yeah, I think so. Because here's the thing. If you have to talk to Lucas Kroll, and Sean's vision for him is merely this. Evan Ingram is a veteran, and he's missed time. You're the next guy up.
Okay.
Because there is only one. In Prescorn, maybe eventually, but I'm talking like 3 years from now, which I don't know if he'll be in the league in 3 years. But with Prescorn, you go, okay, develop him. He's worth your time. Caden Prescorn can play. With Lucas Kroll, the way to sell it to him, if he is a practice squad player and actually does slip through, you can say, hey, if Ingram goes down, you're the Ingram. Because he is. Now, what's odd is that to finish training camp and in the joint practice with the Cardinals, we saw multiple times in that day when Bo Nix threw to 9 different guys, Lucas Kroll had 4 or 5 catches.
Yeah.
And was on the field with Evan Ingram. So it's almost as if Kroll was like your Troutman there, and then Troutman was running with Jarrett Stidham. So it's like, okay, that's interesting because Kroll's not the blocker that Troutman is, but he's a better receiver.
Can he block?
Yeah.
Okay.
He can block. He kind of doesn't know where to line up sometimes. Hopefully that's changed because it's clearly there with Caleb Lohner.
That's probably an issue.
It's clearly there with Caleb Lohner. Yeah. Like, no question. But with Kroll, your sell job to him is you're Ingram if Ingram's out.
Okay.
And that's pretty exciting.
Hell yeah.
If we talk Joker, Kevin will get offended here. Okay, Evan Ingram is the Heath Ledger Joker.
Okay.
Lucas Kroll is like Jared Leto.
Okay.
It's like it's Joker, but it's like it's not as it's Joker, but it's not as good.
Like he's wearing makeup, but he's not.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
It's I see it, but yeah. Jared Leto was not a good Joker, Kev. I'm sorry.
Kevin?
I think he was better than Joaquin Phoenix.
No. Cut your mic.
What was Joaquin Phoenix?
This is my show at 10 o'clock.
Oh, my God.
Nice, Kevin. Today's going to be a lot of fun. I can already tell we're going to have a lot of fun between 10 and 2 here on the show.
Okay.
Real quick offensive line, then we'll save the defense for later. It's the 5 that you know. It's Matt Pert. It's your fella Frank Crum. It's Alex Palczewski. And then it's Alex Forsyth with Calvin Throckmorton, which is fun to say, and Will Sherman as the deserves a spot. Those guys make the practice squad along with Clay Webb, Xavier Truss, Marquise Cox, a whole long list of players because you need as many of those as you can. The 9 that he has, I've got no beef with.
Yeah, I've got no beef with that either. The Frank Crum conversation is interesting because he's like Bo Nix's best friend, and he could be your future whatever tackle. They're trying him a lot at right, so I don't know if they've given up on him at left tackle. I don't know if they just wanted to see something different with Paucho over there or something like that. But the Crum conversation is interesting. And last year he made the 53 because they couldn't sneak him through. If he makes the practice squad this year, it's because they felt they could sneak him through. Him and Blake Watson. That was weird last year where 2 undrafted